So I decided to do this video because a lot of things have happened to my family recently. And it's not like to get pity to, poor, pitiful me. No. I think I'm doing this because I want more people, if it can reach out to one person and it can help just one person, that would be the goal. Because with our country being, in a pandemic, I know my state, I think we're still in like stage 3. We haven't even, and it doesn't look like they're going to be opening it up anytime soon. The kids have been out of school, doing their online thing. And I have a 16-year-old son, which is my youngest, that has broken down like 3 times already because of this. He doesn't get to be with his friends. He doesn't get to be, and get that connection that he would get going to school. And so it's scary. It's scary to me because if my son is going through that, how many children or even adults are going through that and don't have anybody to talk to, don't have anywhere to go or anywhere to be able to speak their mind on what's going on? Because I know sometimes it helps. My other child, who is just turned 19 this last September, has just lost 2 of his friends from drug overdoses within the past month. Very young children. I knew them when they were in elementary school. And could it have been prevented? More than likely. Did it have something to do with the pandemic? I don't know. It may have. We live in a small town. There's nothing really to do. And like being on lockdown, what are these kids gonna do with the extra time that they have on their hands? You know what I mean? Which is very sad to me because it shouldn't be that way. I remember my town opened up, I think it was years ago when, I think it was before I even had kids. They opened up a dance club for kids, and it had no alcoholic, no drugs, nothing. The problem was the dealers would stand outside the dance hall and wait. And a lot of the kids knew it. So they ended up shutting it down because they couldn't get it under control. And I think that happens in a lot of small towns. And it's sad because our children are going through a lot right now. A lot. With everything going on in our country. Families not being able to provide food, provide a home, their parents are losing their jobs, everything's upside down, and it's heartbreaking to watch. And I know from my kids, it's sad to watch because it's the unknowing that scares the crap out of you. It's the, these kids that, like I said, I've known these kids since they were children, elementary school. They went to school with my son, and they're gone, and it was from opiate abuse. From what I get, it was Percocets that they OD'd on. 2 separate times, 2 separate incidences, but the same medication. How does that happen? You know what I mean? We need to open up a dialogue when it comes to our kids, in my opinion. We need to open that door and be very objective, if that makes sense. We need not to judge them. Um, you know, as an addict myself, or a recovering addict, and my daughter being a recovering addict, it was heartbreaking to watch what she was going through during the time that my granddaughter was an infant. And maybe if we would have been stricter, if we would have been this, it's the what ifs that really set in, that make you think, am I a bad parent? Could I have stopped it? Could I have changed things? Could I, and it just, my aunt just passed away. And in the beginning, I thought it was she had went to sleep and never woke up. No. She had broken her leg or her foot a couple weeks prior. And she is a recovering addict, or she was a recovering addict. And she was a recovering addict to the point of she was addicted to tramadol. And if anybody knows what tramadol is, a lot of people will say, oh my gosh, that's like taking Tylenol. It's nothing. Well, for some people, it's completely different. For me, it was different. That was one of my DOCs, drug of choice, tramadol. I could take 20 something of those in a day and go about my business. My aunt, on the other hand, would take them, and she knew that they would cause her seizures, but she still took them because that's her addiction had a hold over her. She got clean though, and she got better. And like I said, a few months ago, she had broken her foot to the point where her foot was literally, oh my goodness, I saw a picture of it. It was very, very, not good. So they put her on pain medication. And from what they said was that her husband was holding on to the pain medication and giving it out. But we all know, here's the thing. Even when it came to my husband, he would hold on to things and tell me no, but he didn't really mean no. You know what I mean? Like, we know how to work our men. I'm sorry, but we do. At least in most cases. And so I question it. Anyways, from what I know, her and my uncle had been arguing. She had taken her pain meds for the night. I don't know if she had taken more than normal or even less than normal. I have no clue. I just know that she had taken her pain meds. She went downstairs because she was going to sleep on the spare bed because they were arguing. And she had to have nodded off. And when she nodded off, she fell and hit her head. And it instantly killed her. That is very, it could have been, I guess it could have been preventable is what I'm saying. I talked to my husband about it, and I asked him, I said, do you think if they would have had like Narcan in the home and injected her with it, do you think maybe she would have survived? And he thinks yes, it probably would have. But would they have thought of even giving it to her if it was in the home? Because as an addict, we know how to hide it pretty well. And was she hiding it? I don't know. All I know is that my aunt is now gone. And so that's why I've decided to do this video, and why I've decided that I'm going to I think we're going to start talking about addiction on my channel more, and the effects of it, and different experiences, and just because I think it needs to be put out there. I think we need to start showing more sympathy, more empathy. I know I will probably get hate on some of it because I know, there are assholes out there that just don't agree with me, and that's okay. We don't have to agree. Not at all. You don't even have to listen. But if it helps just one person, it's worth it in the end, is the way I see it. Even if it helps just one person. Because then maybe another family won't have to go through what my family's going through. Or what my son is going through, losing his buddies. And knowing that his other friends that he's no longer friends with are still doing. So I hope you guys enjoy the next few videos on this. And I don't know, I think I might put out my email if anybody wants to talk about it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll figure out something. Maybe we'll open up like a Facebook group or something. I don't know. I don't want to do a Discord, but maybe something that you could come in anonymously and just chat, because I know sometimes that helps too. Or maybe we'll do a meeting. I don't know. But I think something needs to be done. And I think it needs to be brought to the forefront, because there are too many people dying from drug overdoses that could be prevented. So I hope you guys have a nice Wednesday. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Happy early Halloween. We're not going trick-or-treating because it's been canceled. Nice. So we're going to do not an Easter hunt, but a Halloween hunt. And I hope each and every one of you an awesome Halloween.